afternoon, I went to the school. I went Festun. That is the school of my child.
Oh, okay.
And
Can you repeat the name? Festul?
Festum. Mhm.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And they prepare a event of El Día del Maíz
Cool.
and talk about the history, the importance, and also the also teachers and the kids did sopecitos
That's so nice.
and quesadillas for us,
Wow.
and I did salts, the
Salts? What do you mean
spicy,
salts?
sorry, spicy liquid salsa.
Ah, sauce.
So
Okay,
can you
yes,
repeat?
sauce. Sauce. Your
So
pronunciation was correct. I was including an imaginary L that was not there. So,
and the sauce was very good.
oh,
Yes.
interesting.
And also they prepared elotes.
Elotes with mayonnaise and cheese and chili.
Yes, all the peas.
Oh, nice. Nice. It was an important event then, like an important day.
Yes, the Festum works with holistic
Mhm.
teaching.
Holistic what?
Teaching, is it correct?
Holistic teaching. Interesting. I have no idea what is that.
They it's supposed that they prepare the kids to the life and love his country and his
Mm,
body, something
their,
more
their country and their body.
their country, their body, something more spiritual.
Aha, correct. That sounds really interesting. Wow. Holistic education.
Mhm.
Okay. There are so many theories about teaching kids. For adults, there are like methodologies and sequences, but for kids, it's like a total different spectrum of things. It's very interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, very nice. So you had fun today, and you ate elotes, which is
Mhm.
you
I
are lucky.
yes.
I should go for an elote after the class. You got me. I am very hungry right now, by the way.
Yesterday,
Huh?
yesterday that was 27 was the El Día del Maíz.
Okay.
And tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday is going to be an event at Mandalena Contreras
Oh,
uh, for this for the El Día del Maíz.
like the corn day, okay, the day of corn.
Yes. If you want to go,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that
free.
that actually sounds different, because it's like these couple of days I have been going to the same places on the weekend,
Mhm.
and I was getting a little bit bored. So now you gave me something to do. Is it all the weekend or only Friday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Let me search for it.
I can send you the pic.
Yeah, please. And then I'm gonna check and go eat some elotes. Feria del Maíz. Okay, interesting. All right. Very nice. Very, very good. Well, let's do this. All right. How about Jesse's here? Hello, Jess. Good night.
Hello, teacher. Good night.
What's up? Are you ready, girl?
Yes.
Nice. Do you like corn?
And yes, I was listening about this.
Yes. Now I want to go for a maize corn. I really want one with mayonnaise, cheese, chili that is spicy. Oh, yes. Okay. I have something about last conversation. In last conversation, and actually it's very funny that you are here, you both of you, Elsie and Jesse, because both of you had some issues with the word diagnose. Did you check your feedback, Jesse?
Yes, teacher, but yesterday not until today.
Which of the both, the exam or the speaking?
How do you say it? The writing?
Yes,
The
that one.
writing of the writing of the speaking.
Yeah, that's the one I want you to check. Please check that one. Take a note. Please like study the observations really carefully, because we have some important topics there. One of them was the word overdiagnose and underdiagnose, which was in the video repeated times, right? There was a point in the exam where in the video where they use the word a lot. I already had it, but I lost it.
Used to be applied to about 3% of the population.
This is Dr. Alan Francis, and he believes that ADHD is being overdiagnosed.
Overdiagnosed, like a song. You should memorize it like as if it's a song. And it was very interesting to see that we saw the word diagnose as a verb. We heard the word diagnosed as an adjective. We repeatedly have the word in the video. But then when we spoke, we said diagnosed or diagnosed or even diagnostic, And I was like, Jesus Christ, what happened? We need to use our ears to copy the pronunciation and use it when we speak. One of the most important parts to listen and to speak is the final syllable. The final syllable, which is the suffix. It's different to use the word diagnose versus the word diagnose with a T at the end. So let's check this one and this one. Whoops. And here. The word diagnose is a root word that means what was the meaning of diagnose? To detect an illness or a problem, right? The thing that we need to do is listen to the pronunciation, and then you can pronounce it. You can say it correctly. Pronunciation, Elsie?
Diagnose.
Very good. Pronunciation, yes?
Diagnose.
Nice. Diagnose.
Diagnose.
Then with copying and constantly listening to the word again and again and again and again, we can stop pronouncing it like in Spanish, and we can forget, it's easy to forget the expression in Spanish, because in Spanish it's diagnóstico, right? And that's the reason we were expressing and we're using diagnostic or diagnostic, you know, a word that, let me tell you, doesn't exist. Oh, yes, it exists. What is an adjective? You know? So here we are even talking about two very different words, you know? The word diagnostic as a noun doesn't exist, but the word diagnóstico exists. Here is the secret. The secret is in the final syllable, right? Diagnose. Then, when we have this information, now we can talk about the transformations of the word, right? Because when you have diagnose and you add a second, an ed at the end, it magically transforms into a different word. Now we have an adjective. And this is, as an adjective, would be the illness that was detected. No, similar to detected.
This adjective is this adjective different from diagnostic?
Definitely.
Are different words? Different
Are
meaning?
they different words?
Are they different words or?
Nice structure. Yes, they are. When you use diagnostic, you have, for example, look at this application.
Okay.
To carry out diagnostic assessments is a type of assessment. Diagnostic tool. It's like, for example, when you say psychology versus psychological. You know, we can talk about psychological as an adjective, and psychology can be an adjective too. Psychology doctor. Psychology is an adjective. If you say psychological, then we can talk about psychological illnesses or psychological problems.
Okay.
Same here. That was a very nice observation. Specific conditions which are diagnostic of fates. But this word is definitely not related to the noun. In grammatically way, you know? Diagnostic as a noun, we have it right here. But it's about computers. You see? So definitely the thing that we are looking for here as a noun would be the word diagnosis with a suffix "sis." That is the correct one. And we need to check the difference between one and another. Diagnose versus diagnosis versus diagnosed. Do you understand this?
Yes.
What about Jessie? Do you understand this?
I didn't understand the other. Okay, diagnose and diagnose. Yes, but the other in the Oxford Dictionary.
The other? Which other?
This. Okay, this is a noun, but it's about computers, right?
Ah, okay. The no, not this one. This is diagnosis.
Okay.
Diagnosis.
No, the other one that the one that we were checking was diagnostic.
Yes, yes, this I didn't understand. It's a noun.
It's a noun. Mhm.
Program used to identify a computer. Okay.
And it's a program. Mhm. You know which is a program? If you, well, that's gonna be a little nerdy because you need to know a little bit of computers. But there is a in the panel of control panel in the computer, there is a tool that helps you check if your hard drive is functioning right or wrong. You know, that if it has malfunctions or it's working correctly. This tool is a diagnostic tool or a diagnostic by itself.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes.
Not related, in a way related to illnesses, because that's the job of doctors. Doctors detect problems, no? But if you're talking about a computer, you can also use this vocabulary,
Okay.
right? You never use diagnostic for a person.
Okay.
This is when we use the word diagnosed. And this is when your ears become your most important tool for learning a language. The most important thing you need to train are your ears. You need to learn how to listen correctly. Listen to the words at the end and copy those syllables. Okay. That's
Yes.
a part. So technically, I saw that you have no problems with the prefix. The prefix, which is the syllable at the beginning, you said it correctly. Both of you, actually, you had no problem when you used these two. The problem was in the final syllable. So I need you to pay special attention on the pronunciation of the last syllable. That's the part that I need you to practice the most. The suffix. When you are listening to a word, detect the ending. The final syllable will help you a lot in many cases, for the listening in the videos, for the listening in the exam, for listening a person in the street, on videos, etc. I think the most important part for progress and to make a better comprehension is to pay attention in the suffix of every word, all the text. The suffix will help you a lot. So, do you have any question right now? No. Perfect. I have a question. Tell me, when you use the ed, what kind of adjective are we talking about? I repeat. when we have ed, what kind of adjective are we talking about?
Passive?
Passive, very good. We are talking about passive adjectives. That's correct. And now we are talking about two different forms to transform the verb, no? We can transform the verb into an adjective using the ing and the passive, the past participle, right? These are the two first ways that we have seen. The past participle of a verb can be an adjective. For example, when we talk about Fridex, we use the past participle adjective to describe nouns that were previously affected by the verb. And we have seen that in many, many cases, no? We saw that in the text that we were analyzing. We saw that in passive voice, where we were using the past participles. And we saw that in many, many, many cases. But sometimes the structure and the structure is not necessarily using the verb to be. It can be a simple noun that you mentioned, fried eggs, canned beans, here. These are other examples, such as refried beans, cooked beans, rolled tortillas. In these specific situations, descriptions are not part of a sentence. It's not person verb complement, you know? It's only a noun phrase, an adjective together with a noun. I don't know if we saw recipes the last level. Do you remember if we saw recipes with B1?
I don't remember.
Yes, I modify it. Yeah, because you are the first generation when I moved some lessons, and I put recipes on B2. This is very interesting. Look, I'm going to show you a list of ingredients for Mexican recipes. And you will see how we use this information. Let me go through. First, let's get familiar with this information. Okay? Check this out. Okay, help me with the reading of Mexican noodle soup. Help me with the ingredients, Elsie.
Mexican noodle soup, 4 or 5 Roma tomatoes, 1.5 onions, small to medium, 3 billet.
Okay, if the verb ends in L, how does the ED sound?
D?
Yeah, peeled.
3 peeled.
Excellent.
3 peeled garlic cloves.
Good. Pronounce your R as a monster Don't say garlic, no. Garlic.
Garlic.
Nice. Nice. Garlic. Good. Continue.
What is cloves?
Oh, a garlic is the full like plant, and then every single independent teeth or tooth.
Like the teeth too? Okay.
It's not a tooth, it's a clove. You know, in Spanish we call them teeth, but in English they're cloves.
Okay.
8
cups stock?
Correct. Stock is chicken stock is like nor cubes. That's chicken stock.
Okay. Oh. How can I say this? A third part?
Yeah, a third part. Let me help you. Pronunciation 1/3.
Oh.
1/3 of a pound.
1/3 of a pound.
This is a pound.
1/3. Okay. 1/3 of a pound video noodles or thin spaghetti or spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
1 of 2.
If third is like third is the third part, how do you call when you say, you make a pizza, 50% is a
middle?
Okay. What about time? The minute 30 is, for example, 9.
Again, please. Sorry.
When you talk about time, the 9:30, another name for the 9:30 is
9. Another name?
Really, you don't know? Okay, the 30 minutes are half. You know, yes, you know this. This is easy. Yes, this is easy. So this is a half.
A half. A half teaspoon salt or to taste.
Correct.
Freshly cracked black pepper.
How do you pronounce crack in past?
Cracked?
Uh-oh. Crack ends in K.
Cracked?
Yes. Repeat.
Freshly cracked black pepper. Half teaspoon Mexican oregano?
Oregano.
Half teaspoon Mexican oregano, optional. Oil, freshly chopped cilantro.
Exactly. Cilantro, which is another way to say, in British English, they call it coriander. Coriander, which is a name in English, but because of the connection with America and Mexico, we are very close, and there are a lot of Mexicans there, so it's normal to say cilantro. Anyway, in this list of ingredients, you have 3 very good examples of passive adjectives: peeled, cracked, and chopped, and they are not in a passive voice sentence. It's not necessary to say the garlic cloves that are peeled, We only put it before the noun. garlic cloves, black pepper, and cilantro. And as you say, this describes an object that was previously modified. You know, the garlic cloves need to be peeled. Peel is to remove the skin. The black pepper needs to be cracked. Crack, crack, crack. This literally onomatopoeic, you know. And cilantro needs to be chopped, not cut. A passive adjective describes a noun that was previously modified. Okay. Questions over here.
No, it's okay.
Very nice. Jesse, what are the ingredients for chicken tinga enchiladas?
Okay. 1 teaspoon.
Okay, there's an N, letter N.
1 teaspoon.
It's not teen.
Teen.
It's not teen. There's an S. Is
This.
aha, correct. Teaspoon.
1 teaspoon.
Mhm.
Mexican oregano. Pinch of cumin.
Nice. Pronunciation. Let's go through this.
I am not sure.
Why not? What do you mean?
The Y and the U.
Well, you said yay, 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 yay.
Cumin.
Cumin. Mhm.
Cumin.
Cumin.
That's exactly in the feedback I gave you on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Memorize symbols. We
Yes.
need those symbols ASAP, as soon as possible.
Okay.
Cumin.
Cumin.
Mhm. Cumin is a spice that we use in Mexican food.
Okay. Cumin. Piece of cumin.
Correct.
Of cumin. A half teaspoon salt. Freshly cracked.
Again, what is the crack in past participle?
Cracked.
A crack ends in K.
Cracked. I am not sure.
The E doesn't sound.
Okay. Freshly cracked.
Yes.
Freshly cracked black paper.
It's not paper. This is paper.
Pepper. Sorry.
Pepper.
Pepper.
One more time.
Freshly cracked black pepper.
Nice.
A half cup stock. Optional. Tomatoes and I am not sure how to pronounce tomatillos.
That's Spanish.
Okay, tomatoes and tomatillos. Chicken breasts. And store both tortillas.
Exactly. Which is actually a word. Boat. Store boat is a past participle of.
By.
Exactly, girl. And I could add to the chicken breasts. I actually could add descriptions like previously boiled and shredded chicken breasts. Two adjectives to describe the chicken that we usually use in enchiladas, you know? What do you need to do to the chicken breasts? You need to
Store both.
store both.
Ah, no, that's right. Sorry, tortillas.
Yes,
Share.
those are the tortillas.
Yes.
Shred.
Share net.
Again. Shred.
Shred.
Yes. The action of doing this is to shred.
Shred.
Let me show you. This is a shredder. This is shredder. Oh, the other shredder. Shredder cheese. This one.
Shredder.
This is a shredder because it shreds. You can shred chicken with a shredder, right? But that's not common. It's more common to do it with your hands. You know?
Okay.
That's it. So as you can see, we have these type of descriptions all over the place when you are talking about recipes. If you want to describe and if you want to say what is the for example, if you want to explain to an American person what is picadillo, for example, you can say, well, this is a traditional Mexican food that is made with shredded beef and in tomato sauce or tomato soup. And you can start talking about these objects using passive adjectives. That's very useful. Using passive adjectives are super useful. Right? That plus the following list. This one over here. In this chart, you can see more adjective prefixes. No, suffixes. You should take a screenshot on. Well, no, I'm gonna pass you the nutshell later. But over here, you have suffixes for adjectives, including al. For example, psychological. You know, and on the bottom you have ik. For example, where did you say it? What did you say?
Diagnostic.
Exactly, diagnostic.
Diagnostic.
Correct. Thanks to that ending, you can identify if the word that you are saying is correct or not. Of course, for that, you need to use or you need to know the correct application of an adjective and the correct application of a noun. If my intention is to say diagnóstico, I need to mentalize that diagnóstico is a noun, and I need to find a corresponding noun, not diagnostic, because this is in a different list. Even though they sound similar, no? On the other hand, sorry, we have other words like us, full, less, and able, which we haven't seen a lot of examples that are very clear in this moment, but they can work, and we can see more examples about it. Okay. So here, what we are doing with these definitions is that we are transforming verbs, but also nouns. A green transforming to an orange, and a blue transforming to an orange, thanks to these suffixes. Think about them for a moment. Observe the slide while we pass to Jessie, because Jessie will pass attendance. Good night, Jessie.
Good night, Mr. Good night, Gibbs. Hi, where the attendance, please, is here, Jessie. Hello, Jessie. Good night.
Hello. Good night.
Thank you, Jessie. And Elsie. Hi, Elsie. Good night.
Hello, yes, good night.
Good night, Elsie. Thank you. So thank you, Gibbs, for being here, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good night.
See you. Good night.
See you.
Teacher, it wasn't good idea show us food.
I am hungry too. Yes. Yes.
It was cruel.
And especially Mexican food, like show enchiladas, you know. If I show you a hot dog or a hamburger, like probably you think about it, no? But enchiladas, oof, that would be fantastic right now. Imagine I have been here. My last meal was at 4 o'clock. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I am hungry.
Oh, no.
Me too. Yes. But that's the way. Okay. All, and we are going to practice both suffixes and prefixes. But I want to stay here because I don't want to go like further with like leaving the girls out. So let's keep it over here. Study these words. If you want to practice this a little bit, it's a good idea to find the original word and the modified word and check 2 examples. For example, check an example with center and an example with central, an example with politics and an example with political. Check the 2 differences, and then it will help you a lot. In the exam, in the B1, in the B2 first certificate, there is an exercise when they are going to give you root words, and then you need to transform them into the corresponding word that you need in the context. They give you a text, and then you need to transform it. That's the reason I'm going to insist a lot on you learning this topic. Okay. Questions?
It's okay.
Well, girls, let's go for esquites. I'm gonna go to the street and find some esquites
Tacos.
and tacos and something delicious. Very good, girls. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
See you, teacher.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Ay.